Come on, London. Tell us what you painted. Look, London. Tell us what you painted. Point to it. Tell us what you painted. You shy? What you paint, Mike?
I painted an M.
An M?
It got rose.
Show us what you painted, Jerry. Show us your cars.
Oh, I don't like it.
You don't like it? Still show us though. Show us your cars. I like that. I like that, London. That's beautiful.
Alright.
Tell
So
us.
I drew the unicorn, but I drew a different color.
Show us your
I
L.
drew my L.
So this is Urban Nerds. We here in the hood with the children. We got the children painting on this Sunday. Show us that L, Mike.
This ain't no good. Turn around. No.
No, I like it. Where yours at? Show us yours.
I drew the blue and red like the flag.
That's beautiful. I like it. I like it. I don't think none of y'all can draw better than me though.
I can draw like
None of y'all can-
I can draw Billie Eilish.
Okay, hold on. Let's go over here. Now we in this room.
You'll hand it to y'all to check.
We got Marvin in here working. We in here putting together some real hard stuff. Let's see. Let me get on a
Let you
better
do
angle.
it, and then they'll confirm if anything needs to change. So that's how y'all all get y'all pieces.
They working to
That's
put
how y'all
together
work it
these
out.
pieces. So we got these young boys. They critical thinking. They working together to make this teamwork make the dream work. Then we got Ava over here. Ava can paint the best though. Ava just putting this.
All right, team.
Ava just painting this thing, man. I don't know.
Looking good.
Ava can paint.
All right, let's switch to the next person, next page. All right, so he's gonna pick up for the next page. Now you're gonna be one of the people who check with them.
Marvin, say what's up.
Yo, what it be like?
So once the product is finished,
We are on number 5.
once it's finished, this is what it's going to look like. Hold on, I'm dropping everything. It's going to look like that once it's finished.
You wanted to put together. You want to do next page, or are you doing next page?
So this is going to be some work. Hey, y'all say what's up, y'all, to the camera.
So
Say what's up, y'all.
give him the deuces, like yeah.
Man, it's a lot of pieces, man.
It's a lot of pieces, but they working it.
So we had my crib. We had my crib with the COVID stuff, man. So we putting the work in. We got the diffuser going. You see? Let me see. Hold on.
See?
We got the diffuser going with the eucalyptus and the peppermint oil.
So number 5. How you looking?
London, we're gonna get you something else to paint, okay?
I want
Everything looks good.
I need to wash my hands.
All right, you're gonna watch it soon as they done. All right, we're gonna sign off. We're gonna sign off, family. Urban Nerds. Hey, what you painting? Huh? Let me see. That is beautiful. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. Look up. And we still over here.
Perfect sound.
Hey, tell the people your name, man. Huh? Drea, you like putting together this stuff? You like putting together these Legos? It's hard. It make you critical think, huh? Marvin over here working hard.
Doing the damn thing.
Watch out. Move, man. Move your big stuff out the way.
Thomas.
Who over here playing Connect 4?
Me.
Huh? Who gonna win?
It's my turn.
I already won a lot of times.
You already won?
Yeah.
It's my turn. Go get up, bro. Okay.
Yo, man, we got kids. And they in here doing all kinds of stuff, man. Tearing up every damn thing. See, he over here critical thinking, man. He trying to put this thing together. We got all this left. This ain't easy, man.
Somewhere now.
We out here on the front line, man. Urban Nerds, man. Putting this work in. Yes, baby. Come here. All right, hold on. Yes. What you doing? Look at your little feet. What you doing? And look at these two. Say hi, y'all. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. All right. That's all right. I got y'all. That's you painting, Emmy?
And you are live.
All right. This afternoon, this evening, I'm going to be reading to you guys from A Kid's Guide to African American History. I think it's important that you guys know your history. Like in school, they don't really teach African American history. Like a lot of you guys know who Martin Luther King is, right? Yeah. Y'all know Malcolm X. How many of y'all heard of Carter G. Woodson?
Go to this part.
Huh?
Go to this part.
So you go to this part. Who was he? What did he do?
He helped us.
Helped us what? Do what?
We can do now.
So Carter G. Woodson is is known as the father of African American history. Okay, he's the one that brought together history. How many of you guys know who Maya Angelou was? Who was she?
She's like a musician?
She was a poet, a famous poet. How many of you guys know who Shirley Chisholm was?
A creator?
No, she's the first African American woman to run for president. You know, there was a black woman that ran for president before. And, you know, it's important that you guys know your history so that way you know who you are as African American people in America. So I'm going to read some stuff to you guys. I'm going to read a little bit to and we're going to start off from here. We're going to start off here. It says here, the civil rights movement had influenced the entire nation. Because of its impact, African Americans developed a national pride. Y'all know what that means? A national pride? As African Americans, we have national pride for who we are. Like, we come around each other, we know how to greet each other, we know how to talk to each other, we know how to love each other. We don't fight, we don't kill. We don't fight, we don't kill, we don't act up. We use our culture. Our culture dictates how we dress, how we eat, you know, the clothes that we wear, and how we interact with each other. When you see your brother, you say, how you doing? You see your sister, you say, how you doing? When you need somebody to talk to, you can talk to your people, which is everybody in this room, and we help each other build. We build communities. We have our own stores. We have our own places where we can employ each other. Y'all know what that means, employ each other? What that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean, Tommy?
Support each other.
Support means give each other jobs where we can basically make a living off of each other within the community, right? So it says we developed national pride and hope grew strong for the future. African Americans were voted into office and began to hold powerful positions in the government. Many court cases were brought before the Supreme Court and permanently end segregations in schools and public places. Now, what was segregation? Right. Segregation was when they separated the blacks and the whites. So a lot of us got appointed to office where we was able, through the Supreme Court, to permanently end segregations in school and public places. President Ronald Reagan signed a bill in 1983 to make Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday a federal holiday. On January 15, 1986, Dr. King's birthday was celebrated for the first time. Dr. King was the first person to be honored in this way who wasn't a president of the United States. Ever since the first celebration, the citizens of America joined together each year to honor the life and work of this important leader of the civil rights movement. So now we're going to dedicated historians. What is a historian?
A historian is when I forgot.
You forgot. A historian is somebody that understands history from the past and they're able to relay it to the present. They're able to tell you things that happen, events, and things like that too. Like I said, it's part of the culture. It's part of the culture. It's part of your history. It's letting you know. So if my nephew Zig say, Uncle TJ, well, what happened back in 1987? Well, in 1987 now is history because it's the past. And we write it down, we document it, and we basically, we're able to explain history. And we base our life today based off of past events, present events, going into the future. We learn from the past, okay? So you gotta remember, there is no today if it wasn't a yesterday, right? And if there's no right now, there's no tomorrow. So there's past, present, and future. So you have people I say it again. If there's no today, if you're not living in today, then you can't get to tomorrow. So it's past, present, and future. So historians are people that specializes in things of the past, and they teach it. So Carter G. Woodson, who we told you guys was the father of African American history. Carter G. Woodson carried the torch, started many years earlier when historians such as James W.C. Pennington and William C. Neal devoted hours of research to write books and articles about important people and events in African American history. Woodson was passionate about honoring African American achievements and celebrating its rich history all throughout America. Over the years, other historians have dedicated their lives to finding out more about America's past and its important role. African Americans continue to contribute to the success of this nation. Historian Charles H. Wesley studied at such prestigious universities as Howard, Fisk, and Yale, receiving his doctorate from Harvard. He was president of the Central State University and a professor and dean at Howard. He was also the director of the Association for the Study of Afro-American Life and History. He published many books about African American history. Benjamin Crowes conducted extensive research about African American participation in the American Revolution and Civil War. His books about Frederick Douglass. Who was Frederick Douglass?
No.
Who was Frederick Douglass? He was an abolitionist, a very important abolitionist, and he was like the beginning of civil rights for African American people, for our people. He was born into slavery, and he found his, yeah, he's funny. He got his way out of slavery. So who was Abraham Lincoln? Don't pay attention, y'all. Don't worry about that. Who was Abraham Lincoln?
Our president.
Abraham Lincoln was the second president?
No. Abraham Lincoln
He was a citizen?
well, he was a citizen, but Abraham Lincoln was the president that was supposed to free the slaves in 1865, which he really didn't, but that's just what they say. John Brown and black abolitionists explored the important influence of blacks in America regarding the issues of slavery and equal rights. Do y'all know what slavery was?
When white people
No.
used to torture us.
Slavery was when Harriet Tubman and her family, they got.
What was slavery?
Slavery is when Harriet Tubman and her family, they escaped the underground. Is that what it's called?
The Underground Railroad? Are you close? What was slavery?
Slavery was about when the UK would keep African Americans, and then they would slave them, and then some of them would escape and some of them would get caught.
What was slavery? Yeah, don't worry about what he said, though. You tell what was slavery?
Okay, slavery was when white people thought that they were oppressed on black people.
Speak up a little louder because you got the mask on.
I said slavery was when white people who thought that they were above all black people took them from their homes and beat them and starved them and made them do all the work.
Right. So slavery was a time period when Europeans brought a lot of us from Africa and brought us to the Caribbean. Some of us to America and made us work for free. And then you had a whole bunch of us that was already here in the Americas. And they enslaved us. They took away our names. So we have names like George Macon and Ronald Jones. And like we don't have our African or Native American names anymore. We speak English, right? And what happened was we was enslaved from 1619 all the way to 1865. From Virginia all the way down to the Caribbean. And, we had to work for free. So that's just some of what things of what slavery was. So let's read some more, right? A university professor, he taught history for many years. Through his numerous articles and books on black history, Crowes established a foundation for African American historians today. Modern day historians such as Lorraine Bennett, Lerone Bennett Jr., Darlene Clark Hines, Jesse Carney Smith, and Henry Louis Gates Jr. continue to write monumental books about the milestones and achievements of African Americans, using sources such as journals, personal letters. Come here. Stand up. Let's go. Come on. Come on, cause we're recording. Sit right here. Sit right here. Sit right there. Sit down. All right, let's get back. Let's get back. So let's look at this. Let's look at this, right? I'm gonna read two more. All right. Carter G. Woodson, 1875 to 1950. Carter Woodson is known as the father of African American history. Born to parents who had lived during the time of slavery, he was not able to attend school until he was 20 years old. When he did go to school, however, he was able to earn his high school diploma in just 2 years, so he was smart. Now mind you, he couldn't go to school until he was 20. But he went to school in 2 years, he got his diploma. Now you know how long it takes for a person to get their diploma? They gotta go all the way up to the 12th grade, right? He went to school in 2 years, he got his diploma. You just wanted to say something? Okay. Woodson then attended Harvard, where he received his PhD. Concerned that there were no books at the time that contained information about the history of African Americans. Who was African Americans? That's us, right? Okay. So they said they had books that contained no history about us, right? That contain information about the history of African Americans. Woodson wrote numerous books and edited a journal about important historical contributions made by African Americans. In 1927, he began observing Negro History Week to make information about African Americans available to people everywhere. This week was officially expanded into Black History Month in 1976, which is still celebrated every February. Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou is a well-known poet and author who includes rich portrayals of African American women in her work. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, she grew up in Arkansas, where she lived with her grandmother. After graduating from high school, she worked as a magazine editor, poet, novelist, and actress. She has received many prestigious awards and honors for her work, including delivering her poem One on the Pause of the Morning at the inauguration of President Clinton in 1993. Let's read one more, okay? Oprah Winfrey. As host of the talk show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, Oprah Winfrey became one of the best-known personalities in America. She was one of only 3 women in the television industry to own her own production studio. Rising up out of a troubled childhood to win numerous honors and awards, Winfrey has used her influential position to promote literacy, help abused children, encourage volunteerism, and launch numerous civic programs. Now, how many of y'all know who Oprah Winfrey was? Y'all don't know Oprah Winfrey?
Oprah?
Yeah, y'all don't know Oprah Winfrey? Let's read one more. I know y'all know this person. If y'all don't know this person, I'm done. Done with y'all. I'm mad at y'all. Michael Jordan. Who know who Michael Jordan is? Look at that.
He was one of the best singers.
The best singer.
Yeah, that's Michael
Stop
Jordan.
talking.
Oh, basketball?
Yeah.
The basketball Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
He played what?
All right, come on. Let's read Michael Jordan. Many people consider Michael Jordan to be the greatest basketball player of all time. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Jordan excelled at basketball as a youth, and he didn't join the high school basketball team until he was a sophomore. He attended basketball camps and practiced hard with his brother Larry in order to become a better player. During college at the University of North Carolina, he won national recognition when he helped lead his team to the national championship. He went on to play basketball in the Olympic Games and became a superstar player for the Chicago Bulls. Jordan helped lead his team to 6 NBA championships and earned a 5 Most Valuable Player award. Jordan is a role model for American youth to succeed in pursuing their dreams. Now, it's important that we know our history. You know, a lot of times when we come together, especially under this Urban Nerds platform, I know you guys want to run and play and do all those things, but the first thing that you guys are going to have to do when y'all with George and Marvin Burrow, we're going to have to study history first. Once we finish history, man, we can go out to the museums. We can do whatever y'all want to do. Right now, during COVID, they got a lot of stuff shut down, so there's a lot of stuff we can't do. But we can do, but it's stuff that we still can do, okay? But before that, before that, what we gotta do is we have to pay attention. We have to pay attention, and we have to study our history. There's times when y'all come here, we might actually do some math. We might actually read. We might actually do some stuff, okay? But when y'all come, y'all gotta be respectful. There won't be no cursing. It's you guys have to shake each other's hand when you greet each other. Y'all say how you doing, okay? So there's a way that we behave in the Urban Nerds house, okay? And we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be times when we might go on college tours. It might be times when we might go to amusement parks. There's gonna be a lot of times we're gonna be able to go to basketball games and do a lot of stuff. But I'm not taking no bad children with me. If y'all don't listen and y'all not respectful, y'all can't attend. Okay? Is that clear? Yes?
Yes.
Alright, so go ahead, man, go do y'all thing.